Hi, everyone. Welcome to Dividends, the show for and about your College of Business. It's summer, and that means fun stuff. And both of my guests today are going to tell us about some really fun things going on this summer related to the College of Business. My first guest is Doug Robertson, and he is with Cadence Bank in Columbus, Mississippi. And Doug is one of our leaders on Lemonade Day. Actually, Cadence Bank, one of our two big sponsors. So, Doug, good to have you here.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
You've been doing Lemonade Day for several years, like I have, and one of the reasons I asked you to be on is it is an absolute labor of love for you. You're as excited about the kids when Lemonade Day rolls around. So tell us what about that experience has just gotten you to be such a fan?
The biggest thing is it's the young people, and I think harken back to my days of when I was a young man. And those that made a difference by investing in me. Obviously my parents, but there were other mentors in the community, and it made a long-lasting impact. There's no way now at this point in my life to go back and pay them back. You can simply pay it forward. So I'm all in with the young folks and their entrepreneurial development.
Well, you've done a great job. And for folks who may not be aware of Lemonade Day, it's a national program. You buy a license from the headquarters in Houston, Texas, and then on a specific day, your city or your area, in this case it was Columbus, West Point, and Starkville, kids set up lemonade stands. And there are workbooks that go along with it, and you try to coach them, and then the winning stand in each, the most profitable stand in each community, those kids in that stand get a brand new bike. But we can't do it without some community partners, and Cadence Bank actually buys the license, and Mark Castleberry with Castle Property is also a big financial supporter, and then the MSU Center facilitates it. Tell me about, you guys went into the Boys and Girls Clubs and did a little lesson there, didn't you?
We did. Some teammates from the bank and myself went to all three of the Golden Triangle Boys and Girls Club. In Columbus, we met with 37 young people, and the enthusiasm and the reception we got, and then obviously we saw several of them out with stands on Lemonade Day. Very rewarding, very rewarding.
Well, and if you don't have Lemonade Day in your community, we're going to show you some pictures, and just imagine this happening in your community. And again, we had over 350 kids selling lemonade. I think 140 stands, give or take. It was really a wonderful experience. So, Doug, let's talk through these pictures. This is Columbus, right?
This is Columbus. This was downtown on 5th Street. These young ladies have participated before, and all of the children, we ask them, obviously, as we do the mentorship with them, to set a goal, make a plan, work your plan, and then enjoy the success. It's really rewarding to see these young people that have done it multiple years in a row, to watch the evolution of their skills.
Yeah, and we actually ask them to spend some of the money they make, because that's important to feel what it's like to spend money you've earned. Also to save some, because that's important as well, and then to share some. And just about every young person that had a stand was giving some back. That first picture you saw, they were giving back to the Boys and Girls Club. I'm not sure about this stand. This is West Point. That's Lemmy over in West Point. Mm-hmm. And you saw this all over town, and this looks like another West Point picture, but what a great looking little stand, right?
Oh, no question. The development of the skills going into some of these stands was inspiring, to say the least.
And they were selling cookies, brownies, pretzels. I saw some jewelry out there. They were very innovative in what they were selling.
They have it, and it's interesting. Year over year, they expand their product mix. I think back to, there's one particular young lady that will stay with me for a long, long time. The very first year we went to her stand, she could not and would not make eye contact, could not engage in conversation. This year, when I pulled her stand, she leaped for joy, hands in the air, screaming, "I knew he would come. I knew he would come." Comes to my car, takes me by my hand and says, "Let me show you what we've done this year."
That's great.
That's the best to me.
Fantastic. This shot here, young lady holding up the cat, and the reason is she was donating some of her profits to the Humane Society. So, let me ask you this, I know how much you love it personally. Why is this importance for Cadence?
The short and simple answer is because it's the right thing to do. But secondarily to that, these young folks will be the future business owners in our community. They need to have confidence that they can come and approach a banker and talk to a banker. And it's important that they get the entrepreneurial skills at an early age and continue to grow that if that's their interest and passion, that they learn that there are people there that will help them along the way.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention, and it's important that these kids can actually go to the bank and get a microloan, 30, 40, 50 bucks, and get a quick lesson on credit. And we have folks who put up the money for the microloans, and then you coach them through what a loan looks like and interest and all that. And the kids aren't obligated to pay it back, but almost all the time they do.
Yeah, I've never experienced a default of one that did not pay it back.
Thanks so much for all you do, and Cadence for Lemonade Day.
It's our pleasure. We enjoy
great
it.
Partner. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more in just a moment. Stay with us.
So you have an idea. It's exciting. It's original. It's genius. And you think it could be the next big thing. But how do you turn this idea into reality? At the Entrepreneurship Center, we will guide you through every step of the entrepreneurial process and help along the way, from developing and enhancing your idea to building your product and bringing it to market. Our programs will help refine your idea and connect you with other creative individuals. You can collaborate with students and discover their brilliant ideas, learn from expert faculty and accomplished business leaders, and even receive money to expand your venture and start your own company. Whether your idea is a revolutionary product, app, or service, we can help. The Entrepreneurship Center at Mississippi State University. From invention to innovation, it starts here.
Welcome back, everyone. In addition to Lemonade Day, we also had our summer camp, iCreate Camp. And joining us to talk about that right now is Chris Young. He is, well, you've been to the camp 2 years now.
Yeah, so the past year was my second year this year. And it was a great experience. I truly love it, how interactive you can get. And this is experience that you can't get anywhere else. So that's what's very special to me.
Well, let me set it up for the folks at home that may not know what iCreate Camp is. What happens is these sort of 14 to 16-year-old, I think is probably about the age range, they come live on campus. It's a residence camp for a week. They arrive on a Sunday night. They have to form a company. They have to elect officers of that company. They have to think of products they could sell. They have to source the materials for the products. They have to make all of the products. Then they have to market all the products. And then they sell the products on the last day of camp on the Saturday at our idea shop. And the best part is they get to keep the net profits. So it's quite an intense week. Chris, when you came the first year, did it seem a little daunting that you were going to have to do all of this in 1 week?
Yeah, it was. I thought it was going to be very challenging, which if you break it down, is truly not. You just have to have a plan and organize the situation, right, and assess the situation. So my first year, I was elected the CEO, and I did not know what I was doing. I never had any experience with a business or a company. So it was that was daunting. I'm like, man, I'm the CEO, but I didn't know what to do, so I had to make my mistakes. And that's something that's important in business. You have to make your own mistakes, right? You have to learn from your mistakes and get better. So
you were ready this year.
Right, this year I was ready, I was prepared. So that's what's great about it.
Well, let's take a look at the pictures from the camp, and you can see the evolution from the start to the finish. It's like the first or second day there, right? You're all smiling. You're getting some sleep. You haven't, and this is down at the idea shop, right?
Right. The idea shop.
So what was the theme you guys decided on?
We had a coastal theme. So technically the second day, Monday, we went around Main Street, Starkville, asking people questions. You know, what was your favorite memory at the beach? How was the beach special? What activities did you do? What souvenirs did you collect from the beach? It was a great experience, and I believe interviewing gives you confidence. It gives you assertiveness as well.
So there's some classroom work as well. We're looking at a picture of Eric Hill, and this is across the hall from the E-Center, where I assume you're learning the basics of a business plan and how it all works
The finances,
together.
yes.
Yeah, so was this part harder or easier than the actual putting everything together
Well, it was easier because our CFO did her job. She did a wonderful job in negotiating, and our CEO. They both did wonderful jobs in negotiating. It was mid, you know, it was a good experience in the financial portion. You know, we just had to figure out our finances and our financial plan.
So you're looking at a picture now of some of the products and that great bully with the sunglasses on. So this is the getting ready for the pop-up shop. Were you surprised at the amount of business you did? You guys sold over $3,200 worth of stuff in about 4 hours. Were you surprised at the support you got, that folks rolled in and pretty much almost cleaned you out?
Yeah, we sold out. I was very surprised. I thought that we were going to make great numbers. I knew we were going to make great numbers, but I never thought we would make that much money. We made almost twice as much money as last year. You know, this year we made $3,200. We ran around giving flyers out to people. Hey, do you believe a group of high schoolers made this many products in a week? We never knew each other before, and it's just wonderful. And the numbers we put up showed that.
So how does this impact your decisions moving forward as far as what you want to do with your life?
Well, entrepreneurship is now definitely a career choice of mine. It's one of my choices for a career, and I'm still young. I still have a lot of time to decide my career, but because of this camp, I've deeply considered entrepreneurship being my career choice.
And how old are you?
14.
Man, you've got more going on at 14 than I did at 24. That speaks really good of you and tells you how bad I was doing. And we haven't told folks you're from Columbus.
Yes, I'm from Columbus, born and raised.
Let me say that you've been a joy both years. This year we saw a bit of an evolution. You sort of stepped in and we saw your more confidence in the second year. You guys knocked it out of the park, and I saw you were doing the woodworking. You were involved in all aspects of the camp. So I want to say, number one, congratulations on record sales. That's amazing.
Thank you.
And two, thanks for your leadership. We saw it at the camp. You know, we sort of sat in the back and saw you have a very quiet way of taking care of business, and I think it serves you well, but I think it really served the campers well. So we appreciate that. I don't know, are you going to come 3 years?
Probably so. I'm going again. It's an experience you can't get anywhere else. MSU really does care about young kids and future entrepreneurs and the future business people of the world. So it's great.
Well, we look forward to you, and pretty soon we're going to put you on the payroll as a counselor, because I think you do fantastic at it.
Well, thank you.
And that is going to do it for this edition of Dividends. We appreciate you watching, and we'll look for you next time.